expanding bullets versus non-expanding bullets. 55 grain soft lead tipped versus 55 grain full metal jacket. These are both Hornady bullets, and I'm going to be firing them out of my 223 at 100 yards. We're going to see what actually works better for a hunting or a defensive type use at 100 yards. Is it the infamous military's ball ammunition, or is it actually an expanding classic hunting type round in this little 223? Well, here we're going to find out. So there's my targets. I have 2 cabbages 100 yards away, and I actually have 2 grapefruits to the left of them. So let's see what I can do with that. It's a bit of a ways, yeah? Alright, so first I'm firing the full metal jacket M193 ammo. Alright, time for the soft point. Now I'm going to try and shoot the grapefruits. Alright, full metal jacket's up first. Now the soft point on the grapefruit. So what I'm testing out here are 2 different functions of the 223 ammo. One is I'm testing out how it functions on varmints. What's the best round of these 2 for varmints? Something like rabbits, maybe gophers, squirrels, that kind of thing. And I'm testing that with grapefruit. The grapefruit is about the same size and thickness of your average rabbit, and it's a little bit bigger than a squirrel, a little bit bigger than a gopher, but this is a good illustration of how the bullet's going to perform in a target that's only about 2 to 3 inches thick. And for your larger game or your larger small game, something like a raccoon, a coyote, I'm using the cabbage to illustrate the damage that it creates. And that's kind of it's a poor man's representation, but it seems to work as a decent, applicable representation of how these bullets will destroy tissue and flesh in something more about that 6 to 9 inch mark. And this is what we have here, our 100-yard hillbilly ballistics test. This is practical though, so it's still functional and useful. Now, the grapefruits. These grapefruits were both hit more or less dead center. I'm looking here at the bullet hole right here, exit right here. This one was hit slightly high. This one was hit, well, maybe slightly high too, but basically about dead center. And, well, here's what they look like. Can you tell much of a difference? These look the same. All right, I mean, if you're shooting varmints, it doesn't take much of a bullet to put them out. When you consider how small they are, you know, your rabbits, squirrels, woodchucks, chipmunks, something small, it doesn't take a whole lot to put them down because, well, they're small, so even a 22 is pretty big in comparison. According to my scientific grapefruit test, which smells really good, any bullet from a 223 5.56 is going to be fine for varmints. You don't have to concern. Shoot whatever is the most accurate or whatever is the cheapest that you can still use. All right, now the cabbage. Now the cabbages are a different story entirely. With the FNJ, I can see that it entered here and it exited here. Looks like a cabbage though. I could bring this home and cook it still. I'm probably gonna go feed this to my pigs actually. The exit wound is fairly shallow, or fairly small diameter. I can't quite fit 2 fingers in it. I have big fingers, but still, it's not what I expected, even at 100 yards from my 223. Even out of my shorter 16-inch barrel, I expected something more. The soft point, on the other hand, certainly did fragment. This is the cabbage from the soft point. It entered here, exited over here. Yeah, it entered right about here. It exited right here. There's nothing even near where it exited left. It blew out the entire middle and the upper half of the cabbage. The only part of the cabbage that stayed was the lower half because it was supported by the ground and it didn't really shatter as much. So, who wants coleslaw? Well, that's what I've got for you folks today here. Thanks for watching Michigan Sharpshooters. Go and have a great time. And Hornady, I guess, makes some fairly decent ammo. Now you know which one you can use more for your small game and even for your pronghorns, antelope, your deer. Well, get out there and go do something fun, guys. I'll see you later. Bye now.